Hi folks, welcome to the Sabre Zone. This is the video on this channel that always discusses what you had to say, how you said it, and I got one for you on a happy note. And here comes the clip. And the shout out goes to Christian Wagner. He goes, my prediction is Sabres win it all in 2027. Our kids become men. Look at our prospects. Wow. Yeah, times have changed, eh, Christian? Times have changed. And you know what? This is kind of the vision I had if we would ever trade this guy named Jack Eichel, is kind of the vision I had. I didn't think it would happen this quick either with all the these kids that we got now in the system, but we have a patient GM, which is really, really good. Okay, this is the key. I believe the key is the patience. And you seen just in a previous video, I talked about making a deal, trying to get a deal done, and throwing a second rounder out there. And believe me, inside of me sank a bit because, you know, but we're getting. I was looking that we're getting back 2 first rounders though, so I was thinking of that too. And muscle. So I was thinking of the things that we need right now and in the future, in the future. So being patient, drafting properly is the only way a team will succeed. And the time you don't draft is when the rebuild's done and you've got a powerful team now and you need add-ons. Now you can start sacrificing the future because the time is now. So that's when you can have picks, and that's when we can trade a first rounder eventually. And let's say we have a first rounder next year. We just had a 50-win season. We're coming down the stretch. We know we're good. We know we can win a Stanley Cup this year. Like 06, guys. Don't you wish with the 11 million of cap we had open down that stretch that we would have added on somebody? Don't you wish back then? No, right? But Gallisano was so damn cheap, he didn't want to do it. And what was the cap space back then? 39? That team was $28 million, that 06 team, I believe. I'm pretty sure I'm right saying that. $11 million of cap open. You got an owner too damn cheap that didn't go after some insurance to make sure we win the cup. Dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. And you know what? Thank God he's not our owner no more, because this owner won't do that. We get that chance again. We know that Pagula is going to max out the cap. He'll skyrocket it. He'll try and go over the cap because of the deadline if we have somebody on injured reserve or whatever it is. We'll have to see when the time is right. But you don't max out your cap. You don't max out your assets till the time is right. The time isn't right to do that right now. There's other guys out there. Let's say a Chychrun. Just for example, should we give up a first rounder for him? No. No, we're good. We're good. Our blue line's good right now. We don't need to go and give away first rounders to get a blue liner. We're fine on blue line right now. We got prospects. We got young guys. This blue line is going to cost a lot eventually. We're going to have to pay Samuelson. We're going to have to pay Dahlin. We're going to have to pay Owen Power. Yoki Haru took a step last year, I believe. And he took a step last year. He's going to cost a little more. Like that blue line's going to cost, guys, is what I'm saying. So we got to be careful with the money too. We got to be smart. Then you got the forwards, and that's where we got to develop. That's where we need some help. That's where we need a bit of muscle. We need a bit more size and a bit more talent, because we have some guys in there really shouldn't be. They're not part of our Stanley Cup plan. That's going to be another video I'm doing, guys. Not tonight, but I'm going to do that video tomorrow at some point. So looking at the team right now and just exactly the thinking you got there, yeah, it's nice to dream again, eh? 2027, realistic. It is. It's realistic. It's 5 full seasons. You're building right. You've got the assets. We've kept our first rounders. We can think, we're allowed to think like that. Now, we have the best prospect pool in the NHL. Guys, were we able to say that just 3 short years ago? No, right? Under Adams, this is changing fast. If it's changing down there, okay, imagine up there how it's going to change eventually. This isn't the year. I'm going to break the news to most Sabres fans out. No. It's not worth sacrificing our future just to make the playoffs this year. Just not. It isn't, And I think we're going to make a playoff push anyway, guys. I'll just go on the record saying it. I don't care what Detroit did. I don't care what Ottawa did. We're years behind them in our development. We're much younger. Yes, I get Ottawa's young. Don't get me wrong. But Ottawa took big strides this offseason because they feel they're ready. And they were smart enough to nab Tkachuk in the first round when they had that pick. And that was the key pick for them, for that rebuild, was Brady Tkachuk. Once they took him, they were set. And they started building around it, and things are good. And Norris is, Now, are they making some overpayments? Maybe. But the truth is, they have to keep players in Ottawa, which is kind of sad. It is. I know not every player wants to play in Ottawa. But I'll tell you what, they win like 50 games this year. If they win 50 games this year, guys, there's going to be some free agents looking and saying, I'll play over there. Things are changing. Changing of the guard's coming. Not every team is going to just be bad that's bad, and all the teams that are good stay good. That never happens, guys. There's always a revolving door in the NHL. There is. We might see Detroit next year take big strides. We might. I could be wrong about them. They could take big strides next year, Yzerman picked some good ones in the first rounds that he had when they probably should have got the number one pick a few years back when they took Seider, right? They should have probably got number one that year, but it worked out good for them. And as it did with the Avalanche, getting Cale Makar. And it just depends how you draft. And that's what it comes down to. What I wanted to touch on before I close this video, guys. What Christian said, he's feeling good. He feels like he can see a Stanley Cup in our future. Christian, I don't think this is far-fetched at all. I knew we had Jack Eichel on the way out. I knew we had Sam Reinhart on the way out. I knew we had Risto on the way out. I knew all these guys were going to go. And I knew we'd get good returns for all of them. All of them. Even Risto, I figured we could get a first. So our kids become men by then. He's right. This is why I'm going to make a video that kind of touches on this stuff tomorrow, Christian. But our prospects, yes. I know it feels good to look at our prospects right now and actually know that the future isn't a hope. It's a reality. It was this draft that cemented that, guys. This draft, not even last year, not the year we got Cousins. No, not the year we got Dahlin. No, this year getting 3 first-rounders. That is so key to our future now. It's so key. Because these are trade pieces, they're all centermen. We don't have any centerman issues now, guys. Adams is taking care of that in the future already. Before we've even made the playoffs, we never have to talk about needing centermen again. Really. We're that deep now in center. Now we got to get, I believe, some blue liners, okay, in upcoming drafts. I would really kind of go blue liner crazy next year if it was me, but I agree also, take the best player. If the best player available is a centerman, take him. Because no matter what, you're going to have people that want him in a trade. At the deadline, you can get this guy. Call Buffalo. They'll trade him, but you're going to have to give them. They're not stupid. This guy Adams, he's going to make sure, Did you guys hear, I want to close with this. Did you hear the Comrie interview? If you didn't, okay, I'm just going to leave it at this. Check between 10.5 and 11-minute mark. Okay, he talks about how some players told him, he was told by some of his friends around the league, wow, you're going to Buffalo. They're really on the rise over there. That is really, they got some good young players over there. This is what he was told, And he said he noticed when they played the Sabres last year, when he said he didn't expect it, I guess, right? He goes, this team's really good. He was surprised. I guess a lot of the league were caught off guard last year by the Sabres, right? So, kind of funny. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I could go on and on and on when I talk about the boys. I can. I'm going to leave it there. Good topic, Christian. Yes, absolutely. to think we can win a Stanley Cup. For those of you that don't think we can win a Stanley Cup in 5 years, I'm not in the mood to babysit no more. I'm just not. You either believe or you don't, one or the other. All right, folks, see you in the next one.